Chapter 1. On the diamond-strewn shore. The elf monastery, with its tall roofs curved like huge multicolored shells from some enchanted coast, towered on the hill awash in sparkling moon dust that a lively breeze had swept over from the nearby waterfall. It gleamed, wrapped in the mysterious, airy shawl of the night with its 1,000 secrets. He had spent many sleepless nights soaring above the boundless, dreamy sea of rosewater, and now, as he stood on the diamond-strewn shore watching the snow-white stag swans, with swan-like wings, long necks, and vast branching antlers, study him with bright, curious, deep blue eyes, he felt that his journey was nearing its end, and that perhaps an even greater adventure full of thrills was about to begin. Who was this mysterious stranger with long ebony hair and those unfathomable eyes that shaded his pale face like twin midnight skies, dressed in a sky-blue tunic embroidered with silver designs reminiscent of ancient Greek letters, and bearing great, beautiful wings like some exotic fairy bird? Why had he come to rest on the Isle of the Blue Pierrot? Why did he stand so forlorn among the living harps of that shore, whose eerie song rang out as the heavy bell of the monastery tolled, calling the haunted ships with their translucent corsair ghosts to run aground, so that the familiar husky voice of the invisible captain might sound as it had for countless centuries.
Come on, lads! Drop anchor and straight for the Oak Inn, where liquid amethyst awaits us, sweet nectar drawn from the heart of the forget-me-not, and willing tree wenches to sit upon our laps.
When the trans-oceanic pirate ghosts, their tangled beards, horned bicorns, and thick furs about legs and arms departed, the three-masted ships, imposing, their figureheads laden with mysterious carvings, remained behind, dancing lightly upon the violet waves like blue shades of Acheron. The stranger watched them disappear into the dangerous, unexplored forest of moon sylphs, tiny moon sprites that descended nightly upon the sleeping island to light the weary traveller's path with their mysterious lunar glow, bathing everything like little frozen candles in a blue-silver light.
What seeks an angel here? An angel without a halo, the crown of heaven's dwellers that enlightens the mind and warms the cold hearts of those who have lost their way.
Wondered Serapha.
I must be mad to set out alone on such a distant and difficult quest.
If the dwarf with the red top hat spoke true, here, in this place, he would recover his lost memory and recall how he had lost his crown of pure light. But where should he begin his search? Perhaps he might learn something from the fisher Pierrots, who each night left the amber harbour with its porcelain quay tiled with glittering sea pebbles to net great goldfish in the sea of rosewater in their cradle-like boats, and returned with the dawn, which in this part of the world was more colourful and magical than any sunset. Their pagoda huts, rich in filigree and bright designs, stood a little farther on, chimneys puffing orange smoke scented of warm raisin bread and cinnamon. There the columbines waited patiently for their Pierrots, in wide blue pyjamas, to return with the coveted goldfish. Perhaps these women could guide him. Without hesitation he took the road to the pagoda village, beneath the evergreen purple trees, the immortal jacarandas, reached the first hut and knocked thrice upon its round oaken door. A tiny face with button nose, large eyes and pink lips peeped for a heartbeat behind the tulle curtain. Yet one glance told the angel this door would not open that night. Instead, another door opened farther along, and a funny, dumpy grandmother with cheeks red as ripe apples and lips like rubies appeared on the threshold, inviting Sirefa inside with an exceptionally high, squeaky voice. Pleasantly surprised, Sirefa stepped into the colourful cottage without a second thought. She pointed to a curious armchair that looked so soft and welcoming that the travel-weary angel hesitated not at all. When he sank into that unbelievably yielding seat, he realized at once that it was filled not with horsehair, cotton, nor even down, but with something far stranger and supremely cozy that made one want to close one's eyes, surrender to the delightful magic, and let the mind wander to realms even more fantastic than this incredible island, if such places existed.
"It's a cloud chair," the funny old woman explained. "When I knit in it and doze off, I dream the most delectable honey-soaked syrupy dreams. The cover is woven of fairy silk, and the stuffing is the softest white clouds. Think of all the wonderful things those clouds must have witnessed on their heavenly travels before the sugar-dew sprites trapped them here. They still carry their skyward journeys within, and anyone who sits or lies upon them longs to set one's imagination free. Now, may I treat you to something? A glass of rainbow liqueur, perhaps? Or a Four Seasons delight? They're marvellous."
What is rainbow liqueur?
Sirefa asked.
"It is distilled from rainbow essence, moon sylph tears and morning dewdrops. Its flavour is indescribable."
And the Four Seasons delights? I have never heard of such a sweet.
"Ah, there are 5 flavours. Spring delights burst with floral perfumes, ripe fruit, and the cheerful bird-song of morning. Autumn delights hold the coolness of gentle rain and the scent of fallen leaves. Winter delights are as soft as snowflakes, smelling of Christmas, yet hiding a warm heart of fireside tales. I adore the summer delights, shell-shaped, scented with sea breeze, carefree beach games, and the airy sway of a tiny boat upon white foam. The most mysterious, however, are the delights of the 5th season, simultaneously cool and sun-kissed, brimming with flavours of juicy fruit and wondrous flowers. Do not ask how they're made. The recipe is secret, passed from grandmother to granddaughter."
I would very much like to try. Thank you.
The woman left, returning moments later with a silver tray bearing a small bottle whose liquid shimmered with every colour of the spectrum, and a plate of enchanted delights. Instead of a single hue, when one gazed upon them, scenes of the 4 seasons glimmered within, so entrancing that one could not decide whether to eat the sweets or simply watch them transform and reveal nature's spellbinding mysteries. The liqueur and delights were unusual, yet their taste was as pleasant as the company of this sweet granny, who inquired with genuine interest, never intrusive, about Sirefa and what had brought him to so distant and dreamlike a land.
I seek a lost memory. I long to learn how I lost my halo. Only by finding it may I become a true angel again.
The granny pondered, then smiled knowingly.
I believe I know someone who might help. Wait here while I fetch my carved moonwood pipe. Your path will soon grow clearer.
I beg your pardon. How can a carved pipe help?
Sireffa asked. Yet, having no better plan, he waited. The granny took a key from a chain at her neck, unlocked a door secured with 10 padlocks, and vanished into a dark corridor. When she returned, she carried an ornate pipe carved with twisting designs, its mouthpiece curling like a funfair rail. Striking a strange old flint, she filled the room with purple smoke, within which formed a bizarre figure, a comical nobleman, wide-brimmed hat plumed, sapphire shining, velvet clothes dripping with ribbons and lace, beard thin and long like a giant rat's tail, eyes large and blue as precious gems.
Sireffa, meet the Marquis of Smoke. He is wise and surely has something useful to tell us.
At your service, madam,
said the Marquis, bowing.
Marquis, this young angel wishes to learn how to find his lost halo. I am certain you can help.
Would that it were so simple. Yet the quest will not be an easy one. What I can do, however, I most certainly shall.
With that, he removed his flamboyant hat and produced a yellowed scroll, handing it to Sireffa. Unrolled, it revealed a map crowded with cryptic symbols and notes in an unknown tongue, letters so intricate no one could read them without mastery of long-forgotten dialects.
Forgive me, I cannot read this,
said the angel.
Of course not. There is someone who can, however. Go to the Oak Inn and speak with the captain of the Transoceanic Pirates. Matters will soon clarify. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to my manor in the 10th dimension before the mischievous elementals wreak havoc. Good fortune, and beware. On such a stormy quest, one may lose more than one finds.
With that, the Marquis vanished, smoke curling back into the pipe.